Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna show y'all how to make a real simple dog collar. I've been making these for a few years now. They work really good. As you can see, this one's getting pretty worn out. And with this one, I used a loop that was a little too big. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new one. I'm going with this tan desert camo with some neon green to kind of let people see when my dog's coming. I like a little bit of bright color in there to show people, to help her to stand out if she ever runs into the road or anything like that, because she's pretty dark. But for this one, I'm gonna go with a smaller buckle because this tends to get a little bit uncomfortable on her. So those are just buckles that are at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. You can get these smaller ones here. Doesn't have the price on it, but about the same price probably. And I'm going with the black one here. Got it fastened up right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start. Some people like to run it all the way down and back, but I'm just going to start from there. That way I can tie on this little device here for the name tag. I just found this out of an old purse. So as you go, you can measure it out to your dog's neck and see if it fits. But I have a couple that are already perfect size, so I'm just gonna lay it out to give me a reference. All right, so once this is tied off, you can go ahead and tie on your paracords. The middle strand only has to be a little longer than the object. So, and I only have about 10 feet of this green, neon green, yellow. So hopefully I have enough. If not, I'll have to figure it out when I get to it. But we'll go ahead and tie this off. Alright, so you're just gonna go over. Pass it right through there again. I mean, after this, or pretty soon, I'm gonna make another leash. I have another video where I showed how I made this leash. I got another one here that I'm gonna make. Get some green and some pretty cool yellow, green, black camo with the green match. So be on the lookout for that video pretty soon here. Alright, so the middles are pretty short and the outsides are long. The color that you start with is the color that's going to be on the inside. So you start with this neon yellowish green. Make a little shape for, and just pass the other one, tag in through there. Zip. For this first knot, you want to get it real nice and cinched up. And then they're going to see that there's the horizontal line, there's the vertical line. You're always going to start on the vertical side, up and down. I'm going to make a 4 on that side. We're going to send it through the stick figures of the eggs. Pass it through. Go ahead and cinch it up. And I do one more tight one right here, just to make that area pretty tight. But after that, go ahead and go real loose on it, because you want it to be real limber like this one here. Makes it a little more comfortable. You want to make it too stiff. So see the vertical and horizontal. You always want to start on the vertical side. It's just a way to not have to think about it as you go. And now I'm going to start going real loose. Not too loose, but I'm not going to tighten the crap out of it like a lot of people say to do. Marlin. Before you can continue, you can go ahead and see if it how the color looks on the dog. Hey bud, real quick. Let me see. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. The other side's gonna be like that. I like that too, but I think this probably looks a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard actually. Yeah, I kind of like. Oh, shoot! I'm just gonna do it that way. I like them both ways, honestly, but that looks pretty good. I put a little bit more neon on it. You can always switch it up. It doesn't take long to go back if you really want to, but you can always make another one. All right, so just keep going down the line. And once you get up to this point about here, we're gonna add the clasp, and I'll show you how to add that real quick. It's very simple. All right, so we got up to the point where we're gonna add the little loop for the name tag. So I'm gonna go ahead and feed it through the middle strands here, the short ones. About even. All right, go ahead and feed it up there. Now, since this one is so small, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna continue the knot. I'm gonna continue the knot because that's barely gonna stick out right there. If you use a bigger loop, you can, or what I usually do is I just take this paracord and send it through one more time. Just go around one more time and it'll loop it into place. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what I did here. Now it works to hold it there. But in this case, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, continue down the line here. And I found that that's like around 3 inches from the buckle is a pretty good spot. I'm starting with the fork in here. It doesn't necessarily matter, but it's just what I've always done. All right, and so as I do that, I'm just going to push it up. Kind of tight on this one. All right, so that's about the size I want right there. I'm gonna add a couple more. Let's go ahead and get that final. Let's get this lip off of here. All I really need is a little half hitch right here. Cinch it in pretty close. What I'll do is a half hitch on both sides. And then I'll tie one more knot to each other. Just like that. Just make sure the size measures up to the same. I want it a tiny bit shorter. That's about perfect. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to take the half hitch. Make one more right here. Actually, the problem with that is it's going to make it a little uncomfortable. So I'm just going to go ahead, tighten that up. Before I snip them and burn them, I'm going to finish the final knots here. And it turned out to be enough length. I only had about 10 feet of that green color, or neon green, whatever it is, neon yellow. I'm just gonna get in as many as you can right here. You'll probably fit one more. Actually, that feels pretty good. I don't want to make it too fat over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip these first, pretty close. And I'll do one at a time just to make sure I don't lose any slack here. I might buy some smaller loops eventually, but I need to stop by the hardware store. But for now, it's kind of out of the way. Marlon. Let's see how it works, buddy. Nice. So that's not going to annoy her, you know. She can wear that all day with no problem. That might be a little annoying. I'll put a little loop. I'll go buy some little loops. But for now, better than that big ring. But there it is. Looks good, Mar. Can you sit? Shake. Shake. Good girl. All right, let's go for a walk. You ready? Don't bust up your foot again now, chasing them deer. Let's go.